What's good, everybody? Happy Monday. Sorry that I'm late. My apologies. I thought that I had scheduled, at a good time where I thought I'd be through, but I wasn't through. So my apologies. But it was only 5 minutes. But thank y'all so much for being here, y'all. We are here today to talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 10, Episode 20. And the name of the episode is called Reunion Part 3. Okay? Listen. To have 4 degrees and still be so dumb. 4 degrees and still be so dumb. Okay? Now, y'all let me know if y'all can hear me in the chat. Because y'all know StreamYard be messing up or whatever. But we here, okay? And we're going to talk about it, okay? So, we're going to conclude the reunion. We're going to give our points. I don't know if we'll probably go live tomorrow to see if, who won. I didn't really see a lot of points this episode, but we got a lot to talk about, okay? If we get done in a good amount of time or whatever, I will drop the link. And just to let y'all know, I'm supposed to be going live later on today with Rodney, Jamie, and Mims over on Mims' channel. I don't know what time, but, I'll let y'all know. I'll keep y'all reminded in the chat, okay? But before we get started, let's see who all in here, and then we're going to talk, okay? I got a super chat already. Thank you for the super chat, Golden Mimi Golden Doodle. She said, Rosie Posey husband is up here. Trigger alert. Rumor has it that Garcelle has been seen with an auction paddle entering a charity event this weekend. Before exiting like Martin running away with the white only in life. Thank you for the super chat, Mimi Golden Noodle. Max, I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. What's good, Rosie Posey? Okay. Oh my God, poor Garcelle. Chelsea, what's good? Oh, my Wendy is going to jail. I think so. I hope so. Yes, good boy. Brilliant. Thank you, D. Allen. Madison, what's good? Desiree Neville, what's good? And T. Nita, what's good? You are so right. I'm here. Wendy's mom saying F the F up. Yes, we got her. What's Sue at? Where Black Sue at? Yee! Where is Sue? Did I miss Sue? Where's my Sue? We can't forget Sue. Oh no. I can't find Sue. You lying to me? Hold on. Wait a minute. Where is Sue? Look at God. There we go. Shut the up. You like to always. Sue was so light bright, I couldn't even see her. I forgot. Hell, I thought I was looking for some dark skin, baby. She was so black, baby. I forgot her. Okay. Where we at? Okay, let me see. I'm all over the place. Okay, YDKL, what's good? Miss Lovely, Jacqueline Moore, what's good? MN Styling on the budget, what's good? Enlightened Versey, what's good? April Morgan, Cynthia Christian, what's good? 2 peas in the bucket, what's good? Goddess, what's good? Talise Hickman, Shelves, what's good? S Lover, what's good? And I'm the only one that felt bad and got teared out last night. S Lover, what? S Lover, please let me know. Let me know, my sister. I really want to understand. What did you get teary-eyed for? What did you get teary-eyed for, baby? You on that Stacey stuff. What are you getting teary-eyed for, baby? 2 peas in the bucket, what's good? Chelsea B, what's good? Mism, what's good? Gabor, part 3 was so boring and I couldn't wait for it to end. I am so sick of everyone treating Wendy like she's some wounded victim of crime. Right. Magdalene Lamar, what's good? Mary Jane Baby, what's good? Because I didn't want to waste my time. Go Yell Coco, what's good? The Inform, what's good? Rosie Posey, what's good? Happy Monday. Karen's ego is something I applaud Wendy, how she handled herself while Karen was being an old BI. Oh my God. I don't even like Wendy like that. I empathize with her. Karen and Gizelle can go useless. Go, yo, baby. Gizelle didn't even have a package. But see, we're going to talk about it because, see, okay. Jerry out was good. He said, how are you the queen of the street and the queen of Potomac with no package? How dreadful. My God. And Gizelle didn't like that neither. She didn't like that neither. I told y'all. See, the thing is, listen, you don't follow behind nobody 100%. And I told y'all y'all was calling me a flip-flopper. And I told y'all that I watched, what is the name of it? Watch What Happens Live this season. And there was 2 times Andy seems like he was irritated with Gizelle. It was the time when Angel was there, and we learned that Angel was not evicted from her place, right? Andy seemed upset with the edit, and I told y'all about it. And also, when Monique was there, Andy did not like the way it seemed like Monique was apologizing and bowing down to Wendy, and we didn't see Gizelle do no apologizing. Okay? So I'm just letting y'all know what I see. Okay? But again, we are here today to talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 10, Episode 20. And the name of the episode is called Reunion Part 3. But I will feel better if the episode was called...
Shut the up, you like to always...
Shut up, Wendy. Okay? And truth be told, Wendy should have stayed home. Wendy should have stayed home. Okay? So the episode started with... Let me see. Hold on. Let me get my notes. Let me get my pictures together. Okay? The episode started off with Monique. Okay? So remember last episode, Monique showing whatever she will be showing, right? So Monique is on stage and she's trying to gag Stacey and she's trying to show something that we can't see, but she still wants to show the group anyway. She said that she knows that it can't be shown, but she wants to still show the group anyway, okay? Now, we don't have full context of what she showed, but according to Ashley, it was a video of one of her children saying something about Stacey, okay? Now, what it couldn't have been the daughter because it had to be a boy who said it because Ashley did an interview with somebody. I wish I could find it real quick, but I forgot to bring it up, pull it up. But she was saying him. And Monique, if you listen to Monique when she was talking about it, she said he, I believe what he said. So it was one of her sons. I'm guessing it was the youngest son. Okay? First of all, this is none of Ashley's business for Ashley to be running around talking about it on stage in front of an audience and what was going on with Monique's child, right? So answering the question and talking about Monique's kids getting involved is out of line, right? But that's Monique's fault. The fact that Monique recorded her child that was telling her something as a gotcha moment and brought it to the reunion and played it tells a lot about Monique, okay? The fact that she would even get her child involved in this. The fact that she would even get her child involved in this and still have no cold hard facts that tie Stacey down is wild. And even more, the fact that she would even get her child involved in this and her child has to go back to the dad's house is crazy. We don't even know the repercussions that the child could face, right? When they go back over to their daddy's house. Because she has essentially put the child in harm's way when he goes back over there to his dad's house. For a gotcha moment that didn't even happen.
You're a horrible mother.
You're a horrible mother. You are a horrible mother and you're not healed. You're not healed. We don't have full context of the story. I'm choosing to believe Stacey, especially if it's coming from a kid. And this is why kids should stay out of adults' business. For what Ashley is saying, the kid overheard Chris talking to Cookie and Stacey's name was mentioned and the baby went back, or the child went back and asked Monique who was Stacey. So it was nothing that tied Stacey down to Chris. For all we know, Cookie had called Chris and said that and put Stacey's name in something and they just hearing Stacey's name being repeated. Right? And so that is what is being told, which is what Ashley is saying. Okay? And my thing is, was Monique even planning on filming with the kids? Was Monique even planning on filming with the kids? And she's saying that she chose to believe her child, which I understand. Y'all gonna be like, oh, girl, you're going to believe your child, but they don't have the full context of the conversation. Okay? Now, Kiana is sitting, now she's looking for a moment, as she's looking at this as her eighth in the hole. And you can see as Stacey was talking and explaining herself, Kiana was getting ready for her moment. She was getting ready for her moment. She wanted this to be her moment, right? She wanted this to be all about her. And she looks just like the loser that she is.
Loser!
Loser. This is the most vocal she has been all season. This is the most vocal she has been at the reunion. Okay? She said that she talked to Cookie after that, and she said that Stacey did that. I truly believe that Kiana set this up with Cookie as her moment to get Stacey caught up in something on the show. It was that. It was Ashley saying on Watch What Happened, on the after show that Kiana really wanted to bring this to Monique, right? And so I just don't believe it, okay? I don't believe that Stacey did this. I'm choosing not to believe it, especially coming from a child. The child is not even saying nothing to tie her down. Monique, you put your child in harm's way for nothing. You put your child in harm's way for nothing because we already don't know what happened with T'Challa. I believe that Chris ate him. What do you think he'll do with his child? What do you think he'll do to the child? And you still getting your child involved in this mess. You still getting your child involved in this mess. And my thing is, you bit the bullet from Gizelle and Ashley. They brought you back on this show, girl. If it had not been for Stacey, they wouldn't have wanted you to come back on this show. But it was only because of Stacey that they brought you back and you bit the bullet. You fell right into the palm of their hands. That's where you always wanted to be anyway. That's what you always want to be anyway, truth be told. So Andy, he all of a sudden is reading body language, and he tried to get Wendy to flip on Stacey, saying that he could look at Wendy and tell that she was waiting for Stacey to confess. And so Wendy said, I'm not looking for her to confess. You know what I'm saying? It just looks like the tides are turning against her. That's what I'm noticing. Okay? But to hear the child says this, it takes everything to a whole new level. Okay? And so Stacey is saying, look, if you believe that, maybe we can sit down and have a conversation with Chris. And Monique is saying, he will never do that. He will never do that, or you don't want him to.
Of course.
Of course. You don't want him to. Of course. You don't want him to. Okay? Oh, thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Feel good. 8846. He said, Gizelle kept the storyline moving. Though she doesn't, the story, however, I think production is reading too much of the comments. She didn't keep the storyline moving. She was bullying. And the thing is, because in her, when we got the Angels package, she was saying she like lies and foolishness. We don't want no lies and foolishness. We don't need the lies. We can take the foolishness, but we don't need the lies to make a reality show. Because some of the stuff that y'all are bringing on here are just lies, and it's lies. That's not fun. If we're going to have drama, let it at least be based in truth. Thank you for the super chat, Swedge Canal. She said, I have an hour drive to get to the house. We do thanks for being right on time. Oh, thank you for the super chat, Swedge Canal. Jerry, I thank you for the super chat. He said, not Chris made a T'Challa sandwich and ate him. I believe that he ate him or sat on him. I do. Okay? So, did y'all notice Out Baby, that Jazzy, I said that I wanted her on the show earlier this season. I take it back, okay? When Stacey was asking to sit down with Monique and Chris and have a conversation about what was going on, Jazzy made a comment when Stacey said talk to Chris. Jazzy said, well, if you had sex with him and you continue to have sex with him, will he be honest anyway?
Get that bitch out of here.
Get that bitch out of here. You get what I'm saying? These outlandish lies looking for your moment. At this point, it's just out of line. She's out of line. At this point, you already lied on Kay last week. Right? You already lied on Kay last week. And now you sitting up here saying that the girl is having sex with Chris. It's like, girl, you just looking for a moment. And we know you lying. It's coming off as a lie. Everything that you're saying is just coming off as a lie. It's coming off as desperate. It's coming off as a try-hard. I don't like it. Get her out of here. I'm sorry. She got to go, okay? And so now what is killing me is now all of the women all of a sudden care about each other, and they care about womanhood and sisterhood, and Monique shared her story. Monique shared her story, and that should have been respected, and to go back and do this and go back and do that. Goodbye. Y'all don't care about Monique like that. Y'all only care about Monique like that because y'all don't like Stacey. And Stacey, who was it? What was the name of it? Harper's Bazaar. She was the reality star of the year for Harper's Bazaar. Or whatever it was. That's the only reason why y'all care about it. Because it was involving Stacey. It was involving the queen. It was the girl that was sitting first chair. And Gizelle, you should feel embarrassed. Gizelle, you should feel embarrassed. Not only did Stacey get first chair, and you not sitting in first chair, baby, she got first chair. You don't even have a baby. She got first chair, and you don't even have a package. You, baby, Gizelle is having the worst week ever, the worst year ever. She didn't have a package. She is not first chair, and her daddy didn't leave her any generational wealth. Oh my God. Oh my God. You're having the worst year ever. Vanity Fair, thank y'all so much. Vanity Fair, play us fuck up. Play us fuck up. Whatever it was, whatever she got, Stacey didn't get it. I mean, Gizelle didn't get it. Whatever she got, she didn't even get an award from Carlos King. Thank you for the super chat, JR. He said, I'm reading body language and Wendy needs to confess to credit card fraud, insurance fraud, and Susan skin bleaching. My God. My God today. My God today. Okay? Thank you so much, Jerry, for the super chat. Okay? So, then we get to talking about the trips. Okay? Then Andy get to talking about the trips. And so, they started talking to Gizelle about the trips to Nevis. Okay? Gizelle said that she doesn't regret not embroidering Stacey's robe. Okay? She does regret not getting her the same size, but she was being shady. Okay? So, you was being shady, but Angel is whack for giving you and Ashley twin size beds. Yeah, okay. Okay, to me, in my opinion, it was nasty. I don't think that was shade, but if Stacey like it, I love it. If Stacey like it, I love it. Who am I to be over here fighting for Stacey? I think that it was nasty. I do not think that was shade. I thought that she was being a mean girl. She was being a nasty bitch. Sorry. But if Stacey like it, I love it. Okay? Thank you for the super chat, Q. He said, "Oh, in my Mauricio voice for Gizelle. I wish I had it queued up, but I ain't got it. I ain't got it." Thank you for the super chat, Q. As I'm gonna say, one more point for Stacey. But shade accepted. That ain't no point. That ain't no point. Okay. Stacey didn't need to sleep in her robe. Right. Good boy, where is the score sheet? I got the score sheet. Let me see. Give me a second. Is it here? Where is it at? I got the score sheet. Give me a second. Let's see. Let's see. Look behind door number 1. Where we at? Let me see. We got the score sheet, right? Is it here? Yeah, it's here. Let me, hold on, give me a second. Okay. Who winning? Stacey is winning. But we ain't got no points this episode yet. We ain't get to no points yet. I ain't really see a lot of points. We'll see. I seen some points that should have been taken away, but I didn't really see no points. And then some of the girls, they ain't even got no points and still deserve to take away. What is that, a negative? Okay, hold on, let me see. We got it right here. Okay. So we got the score sheet right here. Okay, but we got, let me see. So the score sheet is here. Okay? Where we at? Oh my God. Okay, thank you for the super chat. Carly Nash, she said they all come across this word and Stacey is aware. Right. Thank you for the super chat, Carlin. And thank you for the super chat, Q. He said Stacey should have said, yeah, you gave me Grace's robe. Oh my God. Oh my God. You gave me Grace's robe, or you gave me your stepmama robe. Or you gave me your stepmama robe because y'all built just alike in the legs, stovepipes and all, baby. Stovepipes and all. Okay? So then Andy said that ladies, you know, y'all like to talk about sex a lot, but when y'all are not talking about sex and y'all getting along, you get what I'm saying? Y'all get along when y'all are singing. And are y'all thinking about coming out with a Real Housewives of Potomac album? Okay? A collaborative album, okay? And they was like, no, we haven't thought about it. So Andy said, who would be the Beyonce? And so Angel said, me, and then Ashley raised her hand, and Angel said, please, girl, Roberta Flack is rolling over in her grave, okay? Now, I will, listen, Angel, that was cute. I don't want to give it a point. It was a field goal, but it was too far left. You missed it. We would have gave you a field goal, but it was too far left because it didn't sting. You get what I'm saying? I wanted you to gut punch that ass. It was cute. It was cute, but I wanted you to sting. You know what I'm saying? I wanted it to sting. But any really good points to that? Feel good. You think that was the point? Y'all giving points for nothing. Ashley is more like luggage. Good boy, Gizelle been like this, baby. Listen, I'm just catching. I don't think so, but I get it. The last person to come for Gizelle's daughter is no longer on the show. And I don't know why. The line is always moving. What? And she didn't say it loud enough. Yeah, she didn't say it loud enough. She didn't say it loud enough. Thank you for the super chat, Dina. She said, dare I give Kay some credit, but she called out Gizelle for having an amazing dating life and not showing it, as well as calling her out that she had no package. But she didn't mean that, Dina the Explorer. She didn't mean the no package stuff. She thought that she was being a friend. You know, she liked to kiss up to Giselle. She liked to kiss up to Giselle. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. That wasn't no MF point. No, it wasn't a point. That's what I said, Rob J. I thought that it was a field goal, but she missed, so she don't get no points. It was a punt, but she missed it. She missed it. Okay? So then we get to Tia. Okay? Tia said that she is still employed after the Polo episode. Okay? And she let Jazzy know that I sold more than one home, Jazzy, and like you said in your confessional. Like you said in your confessional. And so Jazzy said, good, now you can go and take care of your husband.
She needs to go.
She needs to go. She needs to go. Listen, I don't want to see Jazzy on my screen no more. I don't want to see Jazzy. This part of the reunion of her was enough. It was enough. And I think that it was enough. She got to go. She needs to go. She's not of Potomac. Dare I say she's too aggressive? She's just, she's aggressive. She's aggressive. Not in the same way that Kay is. She's just, but she is a little, yeah, she's so lowbrow. It's like, make Jazzy full-time, baby. Make her full-time on what? Toya will make her full-time when her husband get a jersey number. We'll make her full-time when her husband get a jersey number. We got to wait till the 33rd of February, baby. That'll be way next year. Way next year. I think Jazzy is done, period. I can't stand Jazzy. Yeah, she got to go. Bye, Jazzy. Bye, Jazzy. Bye, girl. Bye. I can't take it, okay? So then we get to talking about the trip to Colorado, okay? Kay said that she felt like that Gizelle was overstepping, but of course, she's not talking to Gizelle the way that she talks to Stacey, baby. She would never. She would never, okay? She said that she has been on trips before, but there was mishaps. Kiana, was there any water on the trips where there was mishaps? If there wasn't water on the trips where you said that there was mishaps, then next case. Don't come in here now trying to stand up for your friend because you got called out about it online. And so you trying to come to the reunion there and stand up for her. You did not stand up for her in the moment, so don't try to stand up for her now. Goodbye. Goodbye, okay? And then we get to Angel. Angel is sloppy. Jean said, good boy, can you play sports? I had a scholarship for Jean. Wouldn't you like to know? I played basketball, football, and ran track in college. Okay. When I was younger, I played tennis and played soccer. I was the only black kid out there on the soccer team. I didn't know what I was doing. I was out there running. But I got a scholarship for football. I chose to run track in college. And yeah. Did you? Did you? Thank you, baby. Thank you. Okay. Angel is sloppy. Angel is sloppy, okay? The trip that she did to Colorado, it cannot be defended. She cannot defend this trip to Colorado, okay? She keeps saying that she wasn't on the text thread. Baby, even if she wasn't in the text thread, that's not an excuse. That's not an excuse. When you plan a trip, you create the text thread. When you are planning a trip, you create the text thread. And the name of the text thread should have been Colorado Girls. Colorado Wives. You get what I'm saying? Mercurial could have been the name of the thread. I don't know. But when you are planning a trip, you create the text thread. You don't have to be included. You got everybody's number. You create the text thread. That's not an excuse, mama. You just sloppy. You just sloppy. And she keeps saying, well, I thought it was more important to find a resolve than and get them to a better location. No, baby. The most important thing is to call the ladies, give your grievances, and let them know that what you plan on doing about it, right? Let them know that you're aware and let them know that you care. You're just sloppy. She's just sloppy. What's good, Richie? The text thread should have been called catfish. Oh, listen, we're not gonna do my girl that. We're not gonna do my girl that. Oh my God. Okay. Catfish. Oh my God. Oh my God. She could have done both. Broke back mountain, that's right. But she didn't find a better, right, you didn't find a better location. You didn't find a better location.
The experience is still there for you.
The experience is still there for her. She didn't care. No, she did not care. She didn't care. Definitely catfish. Oh, Angel, you let us busty big girls down. My God. My God. She's just sloppy. She's just sloppy. How Angel think it was the most important thing for her to do when she was actually communicating? Right. The most important thing to do is communicate with the girls. You look stupid. Sitting up here talking about, I thought that the most, you know, how the, if you wasn't about that, how do the girls even know that you know? How do the girls even know that you know? And you didn't find them nothing that night. You didn't find them nothing that night. I thought Angel ran a vacation planning business. She seems clueless. Kiki, she is clueless, yeah. She is clueless, but let y'all tell her, baby. She still got, what do they call it? She's still in postpartum, child. She's still postpartum, baby, and she still got baby fat on her, baby. She still, you know, she just had a baby 19 months ago. The baby walking, the baby got teeth. Baby, listen. Child. Okay? Andy said, well, we never ended the season at the gas station. Baby, that's the first time for everything. You know, Angel, you gotta, you know, don't be over apologizing to these hoes either. You know what I'm saying? It's the first time for everything. Y'all never had a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Come back with something cute. Come back with something cute. Okay? Obviously, I would say something like, baby, you never had a man that had never abused his wife on the show either. I don't know. Get up off me, though. Get up off me, though, okay? Angel said that she doesn't deserve the flack for this trip. She took responsibility for it. And in hindsight, she should have done things differently. Okay? And we just moved on from this. And I don't like that. We got some more stuff that we need to talk about. We need to know, how did the girls knew that you knew that they were upset about the accommodations and you was nervous to meet with them? Because Tia ran her mouth. There's a lot of stuff that was left on the reunion floor. Or I don't know if they even talked about it. Okay? Now, I thought that it was interesting that before Jazzy came out, did y'all catch this? Before Karen came out, they ended up dismissing Jazzy. Even though Jazzy was a friend of the show the whole season, and Monique came in halftime.
No,
All right? So she had to move. She had to move before the Grand Drunk come out. Okay, let me see. I got a picture of the Grand Drunk. Let's see. Okay? So she had to move before the Grand Drunk came out. Okay? Bye, Jazzy. I'm not gonna, right, bye, Q. I mean, bye, Jazzy. Bye, Jazzy. We're not gonna miss you. You know, bon voyage. Jazzy equals no Jersey. Right. Tango said, does he not watch the show? He doesn't care about none of them in terms of their season. No, he don't. He don't. I mean, he watched the show. I don't know. Don't do my girl. We gotta. Toya, see, but we gotta. We gotta do it like that. That's what they, you know, you gotta go, baby. You two aggressive friends are always dismissed. Monique wasn't dismissed. She was still sitting there. Monique wasn't dismissed. Okay? So the Grand Drunk came out. Okay? Andy asked her about the name Grand Dame. Okay? Karen said that she tried to shed it. It didn't work. And she's giving the people what they want. Okay? Karen is full of shit. Karen is full of shit. If she wanted to shed that moniker because she's changed and she is sober, people will respect it and stop calling her that. Okay? She just said that for smoke and mirrors so that we can think that she was taking the arrest and her sobriety seriously before she went to jail. Right? And I said it then and I'm saying it now. It was all bullshit.
Bullshit. Bullshit. Bullshit. Fucking bullshit.
Fucking bullshit. Fucking bullshit. Okay? Karen and Stacey. Andy said that Karen and Stacey didn't end on a good note. And so Karen ended up asking Stacey, did you lie again this season? Stacey, you left so many points on the table this episode. I mean, you won, but you left so many points on the table because if she would have asked me, did I lie again this season, baby, I would have asked her, baby, were you vindicated? Were you vindicated in court? Because that's what you were saying last season, that you was going to be vindicated. Because, bitch, you was drinking and driving. You knew that you was drinking and driving last season. And all season, you was going around saying that you would be vindicated. Convict. Convict. Yes, baby. Were you vindicated? Let's go. Let's go. Don't tell me about what happened last year, because last year you was running around saying that you would be vindicated and you wasn't vindicated, baby. You was prosecuted. You was prosecuted and sentenced. And sentenced. Don't come in here and ask me about last year. Don't come in here and ask me about last year. Okay? Karen said that she's all for new beginnings, but she can't take the lies. And she said, I know, I'm the only one that live in Potomac. Angel, this was a moment for you. You should have told Karen, you should have told the grown drunk, yes, baby, you rent, baby, but I actually own. You rent. And they say that you was paying $10,000 a month, but me and Bobby bought our home. Angel, that doesn't get you another season, baby. And Karen sitting up here talking about telling this girl, I can't take the lies, I can't take the lies. Stacey should have said, I can't take the lies neither, baby. Are you an alcoholic? Are we an alcoholic? Because I smell E&J on your breath. I smell E&J on your breath. I smell E&J and Ray shriveled up ass dick on your breath. Girl, don't get to playing with me, girl. I hate fucking Ray's dick, girl, please. Thank you for the super chat. You say Karen looked like money when she walked into the building. However, Stacey is way better than me. I would have asked Karen, are you still drinking? Is it safe to cross the street? My God. My God. Jerry, I thank you for the super chat. He said they ended one season with the hood brawl and Kiki get knocked out with a bottle. Ended with a gas station was an improvement. Oh. They would have been good, but I would feel like that. Listen, I feel like that Kate would have checked her on that stage. I feel like Kate would have checked her on that stage. I feel like she would have got chin checked on that stage if she would have said that, though. I feel like she would have got chin checked on that stage. Okay? Andy asked Karen about, you don't seem to be comfortable with calling yourself an alcoholic. And she said, it isn't part of the recovery owning that and facing your addiction. Okay? And Andy went on to say that, you got a standing ovation at BravoCon, and people started saying, why is she on this platform? Why is she being rewarded? And the thing is, the Bravo fan base is silly. When they like someone, they have a hard time holding them accountable, right? We see it right now with Dr. Wendy. People are not holding Wendy accountable. They're, what this person do? White people do in trans fraud, and there ain't no victims, and there ain't no this, and baby, they sick. Okay? Karen says facing your addiction is a brave act. Correct. But that is not what Karen did, though. Right? Karen did not face her addictions. Okay? Karen was drunk driving and ran into a motherfucking tree or the median in the road, right? And got caught. Her car blew up. The man said, ma'am, your car is on fire, right? Karen got into a wreck, drunk driving, and went the whole season saying that she would be vindicated. So Karen was not facing her addiction. Karen got into an accident, and even after the accident, she did not face her addiction. Karen went to jail. Karen went to jail after going the whole season without facing her addiction. And then went to jail and started teaching Alcohol Anonymous.
What kind of bullshit is that?
She was not facing her addiction. Okay? Andy said that the women said that Karen was in denial. Okay? Karen corroborated Ashley's story about legal seafood. Okay? She corroborated that story. And then she said that Wendy was lying. Okay? Even though Wendy said the exact same thing that Ashley said, she just didn't name legal seafood. And I love that Wendy came to the reunion and she didn't say legal seafood this time either, because it shows you who Karen really is. And she told Wendy, I think that you're lying. Can you produce the person? Did Ashley have to produce the person? Whoa. See, that's what I'm saying. Y'all keep on bringing up the colorism stuff, right? Y'all keep on bringing up the colorist and stuff, but it's the wrong person because y'all like Karen. Y'all don't want to call her maybe she's the colorist. It's not Gizelle. She's the colorist. Okay? Wendy said, listen, you can give your thank yous to whoever you want to. Well, Andy said that you gave thank yous to everybody. You didn't thank Wendy. Wendy said you can give your flowers to whoever. Okay? Then Karen tried to flip it. What happened last year? She tried to flip what happened last year. Okay? Last year, Karen was talking shit about Wendy to Stacey. She said that Wendy was self-absorbed. She is. Okay? She said that Wendy is not a girl's girl. She is, i.e., NECA and Angel. Okay? So she's not a girl's girl, and she would never be Stacey's friend. Okay? And she's not. I don't think that she's Stacey's friend. I think that she's playing like she's Stacey's friend, but she's not really Stacey's friend. Okay? And when Stacey went back and told Wendy that, Karen asked Wendy, did she believe it? And Wendy said that she's going to put her on ice. Okay? Then they go back and forth about Karen referencing Sue as a witch. Okay? They go back and forth about her referencing Sue as a witch. Okay? I will say this. Last year, Wendy did hold Karen down when it came to the DUI. It wasn't genuine, but she did do it. Okay, whenever she was in the room and the women tried to talk about Karen and her drinking, she shut the conversation down. And almost every time that they tried to do it around her, she tried to cut the conversation down and said that Karen is not here to defend herself. She did do that. Okay, but what I'm telling you is that Karen is the colorist that y'all want Gizelle to be. Okay, she said that Wendy is not of Potomac. She doesn't look the part. When they talked about Wendy having her 4 degrees, she said that, she wasn't impressed by the 4 degrees. Okay? And then every time she looks at Raven, she get ready to start crying. Every time she look at Raven. Did you see how when she went to jail, I guess she forgot how Raven looked and she got out of jail and she saw that Raven was still dark skinned and she looked so sad like she wanted to cry and gave her a hug the way that she ran to her. I'm telling you, I think that she put some bleach under Raven's door. I do. Every time she look at Raven, it's like she about to cry. I do. True, because she do. She do. She look like every time she look at Raven, she look like she about to cry. Like, girl, what did I do? What did I do? That's what it looked like. And she, how, I'm not trying to be funny. Do y'all got, I come from a family of big women, but do y'all know y'all got some, let's be real. Can we have real talk for a second? Let's have real talk. And I know y'all not going, good boy, no, yes. Good boy, stop. That is not what happened. That happened, baby. I saw it. Raven is a model. You hear me? Raven was a model. Girl. Okay, now I got a question for y'all. Can we have real talk? Okay. Y'all know that y'all got do y'all have a friend or like a family member who got a daughter? Because when it's a boy, they can still make themselves up, right? With a boy that's not cute and they ain't got no hurt. We call it, when the kids be ugly, we call them hurt, right? Have y'all ever seen a hurt little girl? She hurt. She's so ugly, she hurt, right? I know that y'all seen them before. Have y'all ever seen a little girl that was hurt and you seen her mama try to put confidence in her and you knew it wasn't going to help? That's what Karen do. That's how Karen talked to Raven. It's like, girl, you ain't got no hope, but I'm going to put this confidence in you, girl. Put a 6 in the chat. I'm not lying. Y'all know y'all done seen it. Cyber, Cyber Diva, if you believe that, say it. If you believe that, that's fine. I'm not saying that she is or she ain't. I'm saying that's how Karen talked to her. Get what I'm saying? Listen to what I'm saying. I'm not saying that Raven is beautiful or not. I'm saying that's how Karen is talking to her. That's how Karen is talking to her. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to the words that's coming out of my mouth. Karen is talking to her like she heard. Like, you know what I'm saying? That it is. This is sad, it is. 6, I know women with 4 hurt girls. My God, she should have stopped at 1. I think it's her makeup too. My God. Okay, so y'all know that's how Karen talked to her daughter. And I don't think it's because she thinks that Raven is hurt. It's only because I think that it's because Raven is dark that I think that Karen feel that way. I believe that Karen is the colorist. Karen is the colorist y'all want Gizelle to be. I'm sorry. I see it all up and through her. But because y'all don't like Gizelle and y'all like Karen, y'all let Karen get away with a lot of stuff. Just like y'all sick asses over there at BravoCon giving this woman a standing ovation. And her car blew up. Ma'am, your car is on fire. Get away from the vehicle. Get away from the vehicle. Even when Karen first got into the wreck, baby, she tried to blame the wreck. Baby, she tried to blame it on her dead mama. She tried to blame it on her dead mama. Baby, I want to say that the accident happened in March. Probably March 1st. And she was over here talking about Mother's Day is approaching. Girl, Mother's Day ain't into the middle of May, bitch. Easter ain't even came yet, and you talking about Mother's Day? Easter ain't even came yet. We ain't even seen Dr. Simone. We ain't even seen Dr. Simone and Michael come on the screen yet. What they motherfucking carrots? We ain't even seen the Easter bunnies. And you said up here talking about I was thinking about Mother's Day. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. And the crazy part about it is I had a friend who had just lost her mother. And she was like, I really feel that. I say, girl, I know you do because you know what you went through, girl, but she lying. She lying. Okay? Karen. Okay? Karen said, you know, Wendy, no disrespect to your mother. I love your mother, but I particularly love when she told you to shut the fuck up this season.
Shut the up! You guys always.
Okay? I particularly love when she told you to shut the fuck up this season. Wendy, you way better than me, baby. Ain't no way. I would have told Andy, baby, I hope you got your shovel and your goggles, bitch, because we digging graves today, bitch. We digging graves that no bitch is going to. Let me tell you something. Nobody is coming at me about what my mama told me. And baby, we was gathered here today. You know what I'm saying? And you was running off the reunion sets or whatever when we got to talking about your mama. We digging graves today, bitch. Andy, you got your goggles and the shovel? Let's go. Ain't no other bitch up here, nigga. Let's go. Ain't no other bitch up here, nigga. Not even a mama. Listen, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We're not talking about my mama when your mama not here. We're not talking about my mama when your mama not here. Period. Okay? I'm not letting her come out here. I'm not letting no convict come out here and read me about my mama. Ain't no way. Okay? She still got the prison stench on her. She not about to drag me. Shit. What Aaron Hall say? I miss you. Oh, I miss you. Girl, go play with somebody else. Mama, you're the queen of my heart. Your love is like tears from the stars. Bitch, please. You are appreciated. I love mine, baby. Don't play with my mama. Don't play with mine. Okay? Andy said that it was rough. And I would have told Andy it was a rough scene. She was playing in Sue face like that. It was a rough scene. She was playing in Sue face like that. I'm sure it was rough for Sue, baby. She had to work 4 jobs to put her kids through school. So I'm sure it was rough for her too when she lived there playing in her mama's face. Okay? I'm just saying, okay? So then we got the Wendy's package. Where is the asshole lives in Forest Whitaker eyes? Let me see. Where's she at? Here we go. We got you. Here you go, boo. Okay? Andy started the package off with saying that Wendy and Eddie were an exemplary, hardworking members of the Potomac Society, child.
Who said that? They
don't even live in Potomac. It wasn't Potomac PD. The charges and stuff that I read in the police report didn't say Potomac PD. Potomac Society. Who said that? Okay? Then we saw scenes and confessionals from the ladies after Wendy got arrested. Okay? Gizelle said that when the feds have their case, the case is practically solid. Okay? And then she said all these degrees, and it wasn't even a smart crime. Okay? Okay? Tia said that Nigerians are stigmatized as scammers. They are. They are. Y'all are. Okay? And she said we already got the rep is already bad enough. Okay? Angel, baby. Angel, when I tell you that you left so much on the carpet, baby, and I'm so upset with you. I'm so upset with you. Okay? Angel was in the confessional. Angel said that all the accusations that Wendy had against her was a red herring, so no one would look in her direction. And I hope that justice is served, right? Oh, baby. So Andy said, when you said that you hope justice is served, what did you mean? And she said, I hope that she gets her day in court. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Okay? Point for Gizelle. That was no, baby, that was during the season. You only get points for, wait a minute. Feel good. You only get points for what's shown on in the season. I mean, at the reunion, not during the season. You only get points for what's happened at the reunion. Okay? Now, Angel said, I hope she gets her day in court. Angel, baby, say what you got to say. You got the floor. You don't mean you hope you didn't mean that you hope she gets her day in court. This is what I'm saying. You trying to be perfect. We love an imperfect housewife. That ain't what you mean. Say what you got to say, baby. You got the floor. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. I want to see the bitch in jail.
See you in jail.
Let me tell you something.
I want to see the bitch in jail. Not only do I want her in jail, I want Eddie in jail. Tell the truth and tell how you feel. Tell the truth and tell how you feel. I'm a work in progress. I want to see the bitch in jail.
See you in jail.
Let me tell you something.
I want to have to go up there and put money on her books. The way this bitch treated me this season, I want Sue to get 4 more jobs to raise her 4 kids. Tell the truth and tell how you really feel. I want the kids to be orphans living with Sue. I want the kids to be orphans living with Sue. Or they go to Nigeria with their grandparents. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. That's what you meant when you said that you hope justice is served. You didn't hope that she had her day in court. You didn't hope that she had her day in court, baby, because when she was arrested, she had to go to court to get out of jail, baby. Tell the truth and tell how you really feel. Don't try to be perfect Patty. Right, Angel meant to say, lock her up. Justice for Wendy. No jail time. But I'm telling you what Angel meant. You bullshit. That's bullshit. Tell us what you meant. Don't backpedal now. Don't backpedal now. That's what you meant. I would have respected Angel if she said, I want to see you and Eddie in jail and y'all raise my kids. Girl, I wish I would have Cameron over there stealing more cell phones, child. I would have him in my house. I wish I would have him in my house. You would root for a black person to go to jail? I would, Gene. And I'm not afraid to tell you, baby, I would. I would. Good boys, right? Perfect housewives are boring, right? So dark. Yes. That's what she meant, though. I'm not dark. I mean, I am dark skinned. But that's what she meant. That's what she meant. And Wendy treated her dark this season. Okay? Angel went on to say that hearing the indictments, she realized that she became the whipping boy for what Wendy was going through throughout the season. Angel, I think that's a bit of a reach, though. I will say I do think that's a bit of a reach, but we're going to get there in a minute because I know where you came up with that from. Okay? Wendy said that she reached rock bottom, and what the women said doesn't affect her. Okay? And so Andy said that Gizelle, Ashley, and Kay didn't seem like supportive friends in the clip. Right? They didn't seem like supportive friends in the clip. But see, Ashley is full of shit. But Gizelle and Kay ain't full of shit. But Gizelle ain't full of shit. Because now we know, we know that Ashley was texting Stacey, but we see Gizelle had the same sentiments. Gizelle had the same sentiments when she was over there meeting with Kay and Girl on Camera. But see, she didn't give Gizelle that smoke that she gave Ashley. Fuck you, my kids don't fuck with you. My kids don't, you didn't give them the same energy. You didn't have the same energy that you had for Ashley that you had for Gizelle. And we seen Gizelle saying what she said. Okay? And so it just proves that they all was talking shit and not just Ashley. Okay? And so Kate said that when she looked at the season, she said that when she looked at the season, she felt like this was something that Wendy knew that she was going through, and this is why their relationship suffered.
You are completely delusional.
You are completely delusional. And I must say this, and I gotta say it, and I hate to say this about this Black woman, but I think that Kate is a ghetto, stupid, self-centered bitch. Self-centered bitch. And this is indicative of what I say when I say Angel is sloppy. Girl, you following Kay? That is a losing team, baby. That is baby, this is a losing team. I can tell that Kay came up with this scenario, right? And I can tell that she chin-checked. I can tell that she chin-checked Angel to follow suit. I can tell that she chin-checked. I can tell that she told Angel, trust me. Angel, trust me. I'm telling you, Angel, this is what we need to say. Angel, you are stupid. You are stupid.
You's a stupid motherfucker.
Girl, Wendy was arrested in October. And these are the answers that y'all came up with? Did y'all even bother to read the paperwork? Did y'all bother to read the paperwork? Could Kay even read? Could Kay even read? I hope Kay is fired, and I hope that Angel comes back and we get to see her on her own, because I just think that she's being abused. Angel do give me abuse. Now that I think about it, Monique, she do give me abuse. But I don't think that it's by Bobby. I don't think it's by Bobby. I think it's by Kay. I think it's by Kay. I think that Kay is abusing her. I really do. I really do think that Kay is abusing her. Because there's no way, Angel, that you listen to Kay and say, y'all say, yeah, that's what we're running with. That's what we're running with. You can tell by the timeline. You can tell by the timeline that Wendy didn't know any of this. This is just, girl, and for Kay to think so highly of her, girl, get this girl. This girl is delusional, y'all. This girl is so delusional. Okay? So then, Wendy gave a timeline of what happened. She gave a timeline of what happened, okay? She said that her house was broken into in 2024, okay? And that she went on vacation and she got back, okay? She said when they came home, Cam went upstairs and said that Zoe made a mess. And she said, why is she saying that when Zoe went to a dog hotel? Then she said that Eddie went upstairs and Eddie came downstairs and he said, I think something happened. And she said they called 911 and reported a burglary. And the whole time she was telling the story, I was like,
Shut up! Shut up!
Girl, shut up. Shut up. But since you're talking, girl, we gotta talk about it, okay? So you mean to tell me that Cameron got 4 cell phones and she doesn't know that the doggy's in a doggy hotel? You mean to tell me that Cameron got 4 cell phones and y'all house was ransacked the way that y'all claimed, and she can't tell that the dog didn't do it? What kind of fucking dog is Zoe, Clifford? Right? We can't be talking about that little Shih Tzu that we seen on camera. We can't be talking about the little Shih Tzu that we seen on camera. And dare I ask, what type of classes is Cameron taking? The house got robbed? Right, Monique King. The dog flipped the mattress? What type of dog do y'all got? Clifford? I mean, I'm trying to understand. Girl, what type of dog do y'all got that the girl, you only said Cameron's name because Cameron is the youngest child. That's the only reason why you said Cameron's name. That's the only reason why you said it. Wendy, girl, I can't believe that this is the story that y'all came up with, girl. I can't believe this is the story that y'all came up with, okay? Then she goes on to say that on October 9th, that she got a knock on the door. Now, keep in mind, this is a totally different story from what she told Eddie when they was in there laying on the couch and she acted like she got hit by a Metro, right? This is a totally different story. Okay, she said on October 9th, 2025, she got a knock on the door. She said that she was sleeping. So, girl, we don't even know we don't know if you got a knock on the door. We don't know if Eddie was sitting on the porch smoking Happy Eddie. You don't know. When you sleep, you don't give nothing extra. You were sleeping, all you know is that Eddie woke you up. You don't know if it was a knock on the door. Okay? I'm just helping you out, baby. Okay? Because when you go in court, they test you on every fucking thing. They gonna say, well, if you were asleep, how do you know it was a knock on the door? We didn't knock on the door. Eddie was sitting outside smoking Happy Eddie. Eddie was sitting outside. You know what I'm saying? They will do you like that in court, baby. They will do you like that in court. Okay? So she said that she was sleeping. She said the police knocked on the door. Eddie said, baby, we called. Okay, well, Eddie said the police is here. And she said that she woke up. She sprinted across the breezeway, yelling, are my kids okay? Okay? The police officer said the kids are fine. I'm the officer who came here when your house was burglarized. And she said, okay, great. Did you find the burglars? And she said the officer told her there was no burglars. The officer told her there was no burglars. Wendy, you said this story at the reunion? And she is talking, I am at home like this.
Bitch! Oh, shit!
Bitch! Will you shut the fuck up? Are you serious, Wendy? I literally was looking, you know, I know all my movies and I literally looked at the TV and said this.
Bitch! Oh, shit!
I had the busted wig on and everything. Bitch, will you shut the fuck? Are you serious, Wendy? Are you serious? Wendy said that she was saying this as a point to Kate. Girl, Kate don't know what you got going on. Kate can't keep up. Kate don't even know what you're talking about. She don't comprehend. She's slow. You know what I'm saying? And when they was talking, when she said it to Kate was looking at her baby Kate, face was giving, yeah, bitch, whatever. Whatever, girl. She delusional, right? So she still believed, I'm self-centered, girl. You was only beefing with me because you was going through what you went through. Girl, you know, Kate don't know. Okay, let me read some super chats. Thank y'all so much for the super chats. I appreciate it. Elizabeth say, oh, no. 2 peas in a bucket. Thank you for the super chat. She says, zero accountability from Karen or Wendy. They glazed over the bullying done to Stacey and Angel. I don't know if I'm coming back for next season. I'm coming back, but I'm not coming back to trade it. You know, I'm coming back, but we'll see. I want Angel back. But I feel like Kate gonna chin check her out for her flute. I do. Kate will fight for that flute, baby. Thank you for the super chat, Elizabeth 1361. She said, good boy, you are wrong. What I do? What did I say? Thank you for the super chat, Q. He said, Wendy Pam Oliver Osefo is loving this every moment. All the attention, the spotlight is on her. She thinks she has not done anything wrong. My God, get out of here, lock her up. Throw away the key. Thank you for the super chat, Elizabeth. She said, not Wendy dragging Karen into this. She did. Yes, she did. Okay? And thank you for the super chat, Monique King. She said, my lawyers knew the questions would be asked, but they didn't know how your dumb ass would answer them. Shut the fuck up. Thank you for the super chat, Monique King. I appreciate it. Right? They didn't know that you would answer them. Okay? And so Karen said, Wendy, I wish your kids the best. I prayed that your first hearing was going to be dismissed. And I took the shut the fuck up out of context because I didn't want you to do what you just did. She said, I wouldn't have answered any question on this stage. You're talking too much, and I don't want you to go to jail. And Karen is correct, right? Wendy should not have merged the two worlds together, right? I don't even think that she should have come to the reunion, right? She is saying shit that makes her and Eddie, or Eddie look guilty. Her and Eddie, right? For example, last week, if you and Eddie are innocent of these crimes, why would it affect your marriage to the point where you think that y'all will be divorced, right? If this is just a big misunderstanding, why would you and Eddie have to have a divorce? Or you think this will affect your marriage? Because y'all are supposed to be together through thick and thin. People divorce over fraud. We seen it with Phaedra and Paulo, right? So if this was just a big misunderstanding, why would this affect y'all marriage like that? You are talking too much. You're talking too much. I would have gave Bravo this, right? Even the dissection of Cameron, right? She got enough sense for 4 phones, but she can't tell when the home has been burglarized. Cameron got enough sense where she got 4 cell phones. She can tell that we're not eating Stacey potato salad, right? Cameron got so much sense that she know everything that's going on, but she can't tell when the home has been burglarized. Karen went on to say, when you talk, they watch. They hear you. Right, YDKL? Are these Trump plates? But she can't tell when the home has been burglarized. Wendy should have stayed home. Wendy should have stayed home. Okay? Karen said, when you talk, they watch. Like it's how I say, the feds are watching. The feds are watching. They hear you. And the feds are watching and it can be used against you. Okay? Wendy said prior to coming, her legal counsel knew and was aware of the line of questioning, and what she divulged was in court documents. But that doesn't make it correct just because your legal counsel okayed it. That doesn't make it, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't make it okay. What you did was correct because the legal counsel okayed it. Because I thought y'all said that Eddie Hennessy was a lawyer. Eddie Hennessy was a lawyer, and he committed fraud with you. So them being a lawyer and legal counsel, they can only work with what they got. That doesn't mean what they're saying is correct, right? My thing with you, Wendy, is this. Even if it was in court documents, you have to be careful what you say on these cameras because the legal teams will have people watching reviews of the show, baby, making cases out of the little listing that they can make cases out of, right? They will find a little bitty lie, and that story can snowball into something way bigger. You should not have came to this reunion. And I feel like what Wendy is going through is worse than what Karen went through, right? Karen was drunk driving. You get what I'm saying? And that was it. Wendy's shit is way bigger. It's way bigger. And Wendy mama was correct, right? Wendy wants attention, which is why she came to the reunion. But girl, you should not have came to this reunion. I wouldn't give a fuck what the fans were saying. I'm not going to prison. I'm coming home to my kids. That's the goal. It reminds me, and I hate to bring it up, it reminds me of Tasha K with the thing with Cardi B, right? Cardi B gave her a chance to take the stuff down. She was so worried about people saying, oh, you got punked by Party Girl. Fuck that. I'm not giving this girl no $4 million. Of course, she didn't know it was going to be $4 million at the time. You get what I'm saying? But these people are not going to help you pay that bill. Whatever the bill is going to be. Wendy, your goal should be going home to your kids. Wendy needed the money. All money not good money, S-Lover. All money ain't good money. The less the people have on you, the better. Right, girl, shut up. Shut up. But Wendy needed that reunion. The reunion money ain't worth it. Chelsea B, baby, we can't spend the reunion money in jail. We can't spend the reunion money in jail. Shit, we could listen, but they got Happy Eddie. We could put Sue over there and have her working over there for Happy Eddie, selling the drugs, and it is what it is. All money, not good money. All money, not good money. Okay? She said that her family has come together. Her mom and her sister was the first ones on the scene. I told y'all they was going to be the first one on the scene. She said Eddie family has rallied around them and the family has come together like never before. Okay? Andy said that a narrative emerged after the charges that Wendy was trying to keep up with the Joneses. She was taking care of her mammy and she was trying to be fly on the show and they was renovating their home. Okay? She said that she's not worried about the narratives that people got. Okay? Then Andy talked about the 67 credit cards. And see, this is another thing too that you did, Wendy. Some of the questions you answered and some of the things you didn't. So you picked and choose. This is why you shouldn't have came to the reunion. You either going to answer all of the questions or you're not going to answer all of the questions. Because you do have an opinion about what the girls got to say about you. You do have an opinion about what the fans say. Okay? So they addressed the 67 credit cards. The aliases Pam Oliver and Eddie Hennessy. Okay? She said that there was no aliases with any financial institutions, and that was corrected in court. They were for packages only. Okay. Then Andy said that there was, the prosecutors also said that y'all had very little money and y'all was in a substantial amount of debt. And Wendy said, and I quote, "That's their opinion, and I respect the legal system."
What? Excuse me?
What? What? They said that y'all have very little money and y'all are in a substantial amount of debt, and that's why y'all committed fraud. And you said that's their opinion and you respect the legal system? It's given that they got very little money and they're in a substantial amount of debt. You should have stayed your ass home. And I might forget to say it later on because I didn't write it down, baby. She really called the girl some weak bitches because she said, "I thought the child was going to be much harder on me." Baby, when I tell y'all would have had Wendy running up, baby, y'all would have needed Wendy in the seatbelt the way I would have got on her. Okay? Baby, Wendy, you should have stayed home, girl. Okay? Thank you for the super chat, Dina the Explorer. She said Cameron is about to be on the stand. My God. And baby, and you got the 4 cell phones, right? And how did you get the 4 cell phones, baby? How did you get the 4 cell phones? Okay? Are you in the class with radio? I don't know, baby. It sounds like each one teach one, baby. She said, "Baby, Zoe made a mess." Wendy, you thought that was cute. You thought that everybody was gonna say, "Oh, Wendy, girl." I remember you and Eddie got 8 degrees between y'all, right? I remember when Jagger, put a 7 in the chat if you remember. I remember when Jagger was probably 2 or 3 years old. He was so smart, baby. He saw Erica Jane at a table one season, and he looked at Erica Jane and said, "Bad guy." And he was like 2 or 3 years old. 2 or 3 years old. Jagger. Put a 7 in the chat. Yes, Jagger seen Erica Jane and said, "Bad guy," on national TV. Thank you, Dina, because they're going to tell me I'm lying. Yeah, bad guy. Yeah, bad guy. And he was like 2 or 3 years old. You mean to tell me that Cameron came home and thought a dog did all that? Yeah, girl, and she got 4 cell phones? You should have stayed home, baby. You should have stayed home, okay? She said that it put a strain on their marriage. Okay, this is another. Why is it putting a strain on your marriage? And, this is a big misunderstanding. How is it putting a strain on your marriage? How? This is just a big misunderstanding. My husband, you said that your husband was a millionaire. See, the clown comes back to bite. Remember when she got into it with Ashley? And she called Ashley brokey? Yeah, I'm a doctor. People like you call me Dr. Wendy, sweetie. And Robin said, "Girl, that's so lame, girl, because you called her broke. And, her husband a millionaire." And she said, "My husband is a millionaire too." You said my husband is a millionaire too. Is he? With your raggedy broke ass? Okay? The lies, Wendy is, oh my God. Straining their marriage for all of these Eddie's doing. Right. So all of this was Eddie's doing, child. The gag the professors aren't rich. Right. The gag is professors aren't rich. It's Dr. Felling to you, sweetie. She's not famous enough to use aliases. Cam has 4 cell phones for all the packages being delivered. Woo, Jesus. Okay, let me hurry up. Okay. Now I thought that Andy said, "What is the plans for the kids if you go to jail?" Okay, Andy. She said, "I pray that we don't get there." To me, I feel like Andy was out of line for that question. I do. You know what I'm saying? I felt like that question was too far. But Wendy showed up to the reunion, so we gotta ask, right? Because I love Wendy Williams. That's my OG. I love her. Wendy would have asked the question. If you come and sit on the couch, baby. If you come and sit on the purple couch, baby, I gotta ask you the question. You can deny the question all you want to, but baby, I still gotta ask. Because if I don't ask the question, they're gonna say I'm a punk bitch. So I gotta ask the question. Right? She said that there is a plan, she just hopes that she doesn't have to use it. There is a plan, she just hopes that she doesn't have to use it. Let's just say that I hope that we don't have to use it. So, my God. My God. Oh, Wendy. Okay, there is a plan. I just hope that I don't have to use it. Okay. Andy said, you know, I'm worried because to me, I just feel, I personally, if I'm Andy, I just would have, I don't know. I wouldn't have, to me, these questions it was a little bit too much. Okay, it felt like that he want to be a journalist. Okay, he said he's worried because the case seems solid. And so Wendy said, let's see how it plays out. Some of what has been said has been corrected. Yeah, the 67 credit cards and the packages was only for packages if you say so. Right? But I mean, girl, I don't know. She said, you know, let's let this play out in the legal system. Okay. Andy said that she's an exemplary housewife. She led with education, culture, faith. And this was just such a shock. This was such a shock. She led with it, but she didn't stay there. She used her education. I forgot who was the person who wrote it, but he said that when you have the education, you're supposed to lift people up. You're supposed to use your education to lift people up and not bring them down. And Wendy used her education to bring people down. Okay? Culture, faith, and shock, baby. She when she started the show, she was Nigerian. When she ended the show, baby, she was Portia. Portia Williams. She was an Atlanta hood rat. She was an Atlanta hood rat all the way down to being marrying a Nigerian scammer. All the way down to marrying a Nigerian scammer. All the way down. All the way down. Okay? Down to the mugshot. Booty popping Wendy, right? An elitist. All the way down to the Nigerian scammer. Okay? Karen told her that, you know, I pray that you never know what it's like to lose your liberties or have them taken away, and I wish you the best. Okay? Then Wendy went on to say, you know, I'm not on the other side of it yet, but when you're in the valley, you see another side that you've never seen before, and it builds humility, strength. You know what I'm saying? And Angel, this was a missed opportunity for you, baby, because I would have said, girl, where is this woman who told you that I asked them for an apartment for $1,000 a month or $3,000 a month, whatever you said? Where is she at before you build all this humility and strength? Because I didn't forget that you said that about me. I didn't forget that you said that about me. Before you get to the other side, where is the realtor who told you that I was looking for in a house for $1,000 a month, $3,000 a month? Because your story keeps changing. And hopefully you don't change it in court. Hopefully you don't change it in court. Okay? Then we get to the final thoughts. He dismissed Monique and Karen. Then we get to the final thoughts. Baby, Gizelle did not have a package. And baby, y'all told me I was a flip-flopper. I love it. I love it. Baby, Gizelle is a sinking ship. Giselle is a sinking ship. I told y'all that I watched What Happens Live, and it was clear to me that Andy was not happy with Gizelle. I'm surprised that he let her on the ultimate girls trip. When Angel was there, he seemed upset with Gizelle. And when Monique was there, he seemed upset. He was upset with Giselle's edit, the way that she was being edited on the show. Okay, so my thing is Gizelle shouldn't have had a story. Gizelle shouldn't have had a package. What did she need in her package? Okay, what she tried to do was she tried to use Karen as her storyline. And the worst thing that happened for Gizelle this season was that Karen got out of jail early. Because now we got Karen here to answer the questions that we need for Karen. So what do we need Gizelle for? Right? And they keep on saying that Gizelle was there for Karen. Baby, she was not there for Karen. That is not what I consider being there for your friend. Her concern for Karen on camera was not genuine. It was for a storyline, right? In what world would you meet with a bitch on my birthday with the camera crew waiting for me to call collect to say you have a collect call from Thomas Jefferson concubine, right? In what world could you be looking out for me and have concern for me that you want me to call from jail on my birthday? On my birthday, a collect call on my birthday, and have it recorded in front of 6 Bravo cameras and tell me that that's concern. That she's only doing it because she's concerned for me.
Bitch, you better be joking.
You better be joking. And if y'all, and see, that's what I'm saying. If y'all believe that's concern, I pray for y'all. I pray for y'all. Y'all don't know no dirty, roguish bitches like that. That's why y'all think that Wendy is really Stacey. Y'all don't know how dirty and roguish people can be. Y'all don't know. Baby, that is not concern. Even if Karen wanted to call and give Bravo an update while she was in jail, it should be for Karen and not Gizelle's storyline. It should be for Karen and not Gizelle's storyline. Okay? And what we did not address with Gizelle that we should have addressed was we didn't address the whole Stacey can't be trusted around kids and husbands. We didn't address that. Because there's no way we would have sat down and talked about that without bringing that up, baby. And you sit over here, you know what I'm saying, championing Ashley. Okay? Gizelle was upset that she didn't have a package, so she tried to wrap her story up in 60 seconds, 30 seconds, 15 seconds. You get what I'm saying? Baby, nobody cares. Nobody cares about your package, baby. You didn't have a package for a reason, baby.
Loser.
Loser. And she was upset, baby. The only thing that we needed to know about you and your package is that your daddy didn't leave you no generational wealth. Your daddy didn't leave you no generational wealth. Baby, listen, it is so funny to me that, and I have to keep saying this, that Candace was vilified on the show because because Dorothy did for her. She was called the house daughter. Y'all had so much to say about what Dorothy was doing for Candace, and it was generational wealth. All for your daddy to pass away and not leave you anything. Not leave you anything. He didn't leave you nothing. You can't buy your daughters a house. Right. And that's another thing, too. Y'all was hating on Ashley because the thing is, Gizelle, if your mama could, you would have wanted her to buy you a house. You would gladly accept your mama buying you a house. And you would move in it. You would move in it. You would have moved in it. You wouldn't have moved in that $900,000 tear down. If your daddy wanted to buy you a house, you would have moved in it. You would have moved in it. You would have. So it's so funny to me that y'all are just so upset that Candace had, all of this stuff, the generational wealth, and then you was around that. Not only did you want the generational wealth for your dad, you contested his will. You was adamant that he had something for you. He didn't leave you nothing, baby. He didn't leave you nothing. He didn't leave you nothing. See, the clown always comes back to bite. The clown always comes back to bite. Okay? Kiana, when they did their closing remarks, Kiana said that, we all are alike, then different. Okay? Meaning, Wendy, you and I, you got 4 degrees, but guess what, baby? At the end of the day, baby, we both frauds. We both frauds. I was writing hot checks and credit card scamming and all of that other type of stuff over there, you know what I'm saying? And baby, you was doing insurance fraud. Yeah, you got 4 degrees, but we all went to the same jail. We all got mug shots. Okay? Tia talking about, I just have to be mindful of what I say and when it affects other people. Girl, you messy. Quit playing in my face. You messy. You knew exactly what you was doing this season when you was running to go tell stuff to your boss. You was running to report everything that everybody did back to Gizelle because she bought you on the show. Quit playing in my face. Quit playing in my face, Tia. Okay? And that was the season. I thought that it was a good season. I really hope that Kay is gone next season. I really want Angel to come back next season, but I really do think that Kay would probably chin check Angel out of her flute. She would chin check her out of her flute. I really do think that she would take her flute from her. And then I feel like that if Angel got the flute and Kay didn't, Kay will make Angel bring her to every scene. You get what I'm saying? And so I don't think that, I just don't think that I don't want Kay back on my screen. Okay? But I think that Angel should be brought back. I don't want Jazzy back. If we had to get rid of another wife, I feel like we need to get rid of Tia. Tia and Kay can go. We got Angel back and we got Karen back. And so we good. Okay? Let me see what y'all talking about. Oh my God, I've been up here a while. Tia is a messy bone collector. She's not even a Tia with her off-color flesh dress, right? Tia remind me of Candy in terms of being messy and acting like she ain't did nothing. Can't wait to see Angel next season. Please fire Kay and Ashley. It's Jesus Almighty name. Ashley. Kay has no purpose on this cast. Jazzy too, right? I think they all will be back filming in April. Court will be in session. My God. Ashley can go, please. They need a Nigerian on the show. They got Stacey. Demote or remove Ashley. We could demote her. Demote Ashley and get rid of Tia and Ashley. Demote Ashley and get rid of Tia and Ashley. You mean Tia and Kiana? Kay and Ashley. Bye, Tia. You got one more season. Oh, Monique, I don't want her. Tia can go. She has low racial self-esteem. No storyline equals no reunion package equals pay cut or demotion. Claire, baby, I would love it. I would love it. Don't nobody want to see Karen with her fake self. I mean, but she gonna be in a stereotypical African scammer, Eddie and Wendy. I can't do another season with Kay. Me neither. I like Tia. Kiana, remove Ashley. Tia can go. Oh, thank you for the super chat, Tango 55. She said, good boy, the level of laughter, enjoy your RHOP provided me this season cannot be understated. You're amazing, man. Thank you for everything. And are we ever going to see your beautiful? Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Tangled. And yes, you will. You will. We don't need Karen back. She is not forthcoming. I think they should all return. We got to get rid of Kay. We got to get rid of Kay and we got to get rid of Jazzy. And we got to get rid of Tia. As long as we don't got Kay, I could deal with Tia if we get rid of Kay. If we get rid of Kay and Jazzy, I could deal with Tia. Gizelle as well. You know, I'm not mad at Gizelle go or she demoted. I'm really not mad at it. Andy loves Ashley and her kids. She will be around. Kay got to go on begging, Bravo. Wendy and Eddie will never be forgiven for pushing the Nigerian scammer stereotype. They ain't the only ones. You know what I'm saying? What about Portia's husband? I like them to get rid of Gizelle, Ashley, Kay, and Monique, but they don't. Oh, Monique got to go too. I don't think that Monique is coming back though. I mean, there's nothing for her to do. Now we need to see Karen and Ray divorce play out. Y'all, them people not getting no divorce cashes. Come on now. Kay can go. Now you think that Karen about to let Ray croak and pass away and she lose out on the insurance? Huh? You think that she about to let something happen to Ray after she done waited all this time and she lose out on the insurance? Come on now. I like Tia. She has a fun family. That's the only redeeming quality about her. How fun would it be to use your favorite housewife house as your backdrop for each franchise? I do be doing that. I try to. Does Karen have tar job? This good. That's uncomfortable mouth switching. That's black. That's when you. I think that she's probably talking. You know, some people. I don't know if y'all noticed before, but some people, when they have alcohol problems or whatever, they be getting injections and stuff, and that probably be a side effect of it. She probably trying to wean herself off alcohol, and we don't know it. But she moved it like she was moving her mouth like she had like dentures in her mouth. Karen not gonna be out here with nothing like Gizelle. Klarna will never get that ring. She's not on this. If she's not on this show, no, she's not gonna get the ring. She ain't gonna never get the ring in life. Did y'all see Kay with them big old pistols over there on Twitter? Child. That's that Bobby Jones. Y'all addicts do that. I thought it was the big dentures. Oh, you thought that she was swallowing like Portia. Hello, everyone. Wendy is a sisterhood to nobody. She's not. She was slurring. Jazzy was annoying. Tia is selective outrage. Kay needs to hang up her picture frame and go home. I know she must have been an IEP in school. Yeah, I do think that she probably was in classes of radio. Kay, Jazzy, and Ashley need to go. Thank you, Desiree. Kiana will never get that ring, and Jazzy will never get that flute. Gizelle will never accept friend of status. And who her friend? If she don't accept it, she could go. I think that she'll put up a fight that she's not going to accept the friend of, but she will do it. And Lady Rita, you know the crazy part about it is that I don't know if y'all noticed now on the Breakfast Club. I'm probably gonna talk about it in Hot Topics soon. But I seen today that I told y'all I did not know. Before I go, I know this off subject, but the podcast deal that they got over there with iHeart, whatever, the Black Effect, whatever Charlamagne got, it hasn't worked out well for the Breakfast Club because people are not following them over to Netflix. Right? And you have to think about when you buy a cell phone today, YouTube is already in the bitch. If you buy any type of smartphone today, baby, YouTube is already on the bitch, right? So your phone is traveling with you. A lot of us got like the YouTube app or whatever, and we could just listen through it throughout the day. People are not watching Netflix videos from their phone throughout the day. That is something that you do when you're at home, or you probably have a laptop or something at work. But for the most part, most people are not logging into Netflix throughout the day. And I feel like that the Breakfast Club, that was a horrible mistake that they made, because now, first they had Just Hilarious trying to get people to come over to Netflix. Now Charlamagne is begging people to come over to Netflix, talking about y'all watch the Diddy documentary over there, and y'all watch Stranger Things. Y'all can come over there and watch. No, we cannot. No, we cannot. And again, the Diddy thing was something different. We was watching a documentary. We're not going to log into Netflix to watch you interview somebody. And I love Jill Scott down. I tried to watch the interview over there with Jill Scott. I couldn't, you know what I'm saying? I don't got no comment section where people talking about stuff where I may have missed. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it was a horrible thing. And so I think that mistake that they made with the Black Effect thing probably be affecting Gizelle them too. That was a horrible decision that they made. There is no comment section for Netflix. And so that's a whole experience that's missing. And so I got Netflix, but I'm never going to go over there and watch an interview unless Beyonce pop up one day. You know what I'm saying? I'm not watching a radio show. Right. YouTube is more convenient. I'm not going on Netflix. Well, I'm not. Totally agree. Right. Agree comment section is the Breakfast Club is needed. Right. Now, unless Netflix, even if Netflix get a comment section, it's still not going to be the same thing. That was players spoke up, but that was a horrible decision that Charlamagne made. But I do think that Charlamagne was smart in knowing that the best days of the Breakfast Club are behind them. So let's get this $200 million deal and, cash out before we're going to be able to cash out with nothing. So I think that's what they did. Yeah, they should have broken the deal with YouTube. Where I travel is how I keep up. It's more right. It's more convenient. It's more convenient. And then, Shanti, the Netflix asks you, are you at your home location? And you this and you know what I'm saying, girl? I believe a lot more people watch YouTube. A lot more people do watch YouTube. Yeah, they miscalculated their deal. They did. Okay. But y'all, that's all I got right now. Atlanta should be here soon. I'm still going to be reviewing Beverly Hills, Darling. And so we'll see. But I will be up here. Y'all will see me on Mondays. All right? But again, thank y'all so much for being here, y'all. We have got through another season of Potomac. Okay? I really appreciate the love and support. I will see y'all later on today. I'm supposed to be going live with Mims, Jamie, and Rodney. I don't know what time, but I'll let y'all know in the comment section. And I will see y'all later. Adios!
Call Daddy, tell him 25 got it. Call Daddy, tell him 25 got it. Call Daddy, tell him 25 got it.